Good morning. Still morning, right? I think. Yeah. So, I woke up with a heavy heart this morning. It's a lot. And, I'm going to talk about it. As hard as it may be, I'm going to talk about it because I feel like it's somebody out there that needs to know that somebody else understands what they've went through or what they're going through, what happened to them. I want to talk about child sexual abuse and the long-term effects. People look at the sexual abuse that a child goes through and ignorantly think that's just it. I'm here to tell you, as somebody that has gone through and been a victim of child sexual abuse, that's not it. It doesn't end at the act of. It doesn't end at why you didn't say anything. It doesn't end at the act of the person being punished. Good morning, baby. I love you too. It doesn't end at any of that. When you force a child's mind that should be caring no more about anything other than doing their chores, getting good grades in school, playing, enjoying life. You take that child, you force that child's mind into an adult sexual place. You force that 10-year-old child to orgasms that they should never know about. You take away the innocence of that child's mind. You changes that child's whole world. What builds you up puts you in a place as an adult. It molds you. The things you go through life molds you into your adulthood. So to think that it's all right to label a person crazy and not realize the trauma, that's trauma to a 10-year-old mind. To have somebody that you've been told your family, and to have them pull your clothes down in the middle of the night and play with you as if you are a grown woman, when there's 1,000 women out there in the world. You not only play, they play with my vagina. And put themselves inside of me, for a lack of better words. And had their way, as if I was a stranger woman on the street, not their little cousin. Didn't matter if other people was in the room, other people was around. Sometimes it was other people right there in the same bed with me. It didn't matter. To make it through that, you're never the same. I'm sorry, you're never the same. No, I'm not crazy. No, that didn't make me crazy. But it played a huge part in the mental disabilities I faced as an adult. And it was not just on one occurrence. It was like I hated sleeping in that house. And after that, I avoided it at all costs. But there were times that I couldn't. And when you have not one, but two people, sometimes I'm almost convinced that one knew what the other was doing. Because after one would leave out, it wouldn't be long for the other would come in. I was 11 years old. And he laid on top of me. And he put himself in my behind. And that was his thing. You know, that's what he did to me. So that did something to me. It did. And I thank God that I didn't do drugs. I thank God that I didn't drink, because I had this loving household. I had my moms, and I had love. And why I didn't tell them? Because I knew that would kill them. That was their sister's child. That was their aunt, their great aunt's child. And I'm sorry. But when I found out that I wasn't the only one, I forced the second person to tell. And then I was able to say, yes, it was me too. I never went into detail. That did something to me. I was in school, and at such that young age, encyclopedias I got at home, I'm looking up masturbation. Because now this 11-year-old child has felt this just like any other human. It felt good when it was supposed to. And then your mind chases that feeling. I ate and I gained weight. But I did. I had a boyfriend, and it wasn't anything like that. We played basketball and, and stuff like that, because they would make me get on top of them, and they would fondle and suck my breasts, and they was getting so big at such a young age. And when my mom found out, they made sure that the authorities was called. So my aunt begged them not to. They did it. They saw justice for me. They made sure he paid for what he did to me. So upon my first mom's death, and I saw you take her will with my own two eyes, why would you try to let people think that you was doing the best thing for me, and you put me right back in the lion's den? You knew what your kids was doing to me. It started right back And she knew about it, and she did nothing. So no one's ever gonna tell me that she thought she was doing the best thing for me. No, you did not. You knew what was going on. Your son let his friend have sex with me in your bed. And you was sitting right in the living room. It does something. Yes, that affects a person. Yes, it does. And any cold-hearted, anybody that can't think that it would, she's crazy. I didn't just lose my mom. I lost a family. Took both of my moms away from me. You took me away from everybody that wanted to love me. And I don't have any choice but to feel any other way about you because you went to your grave. You never acknowledged anything. You made people, you lied. You lied about me. You lied to people. Y'all lied to people about me to make yourself look right when nothing needed to be said at all. You can't continue as an adult after something like that has occurred in your life and be in a healthy relationship. Because as you're growing up in your teenage years, in your early 20s and so forth, a healthy relationship is one of the components of a healthy relationship is regular sexual activity. And for me, I can't do that because it's a trigger. After my mom died, they took my house, everything. It forced me, squeezed me into a house where there was no room for me. And I was praying every night. I didn't have anywhere else to go at the time. I was 16. I was a child. I was a child. At 17, I was trying to get away by any means possible. And I got sick. And I started vaginally losing a lot of blood. And so I went to the hospital, University of Chicago, and I was admitted, and I found out that I was having a miscarriage. And because of the amount of blood I had lost, my hemoglobin had dropped really low, so I needed to have 3 iron shot supplements a day. So they just kept me admitted so I wouldn't have to come back and forth every day. That was over a 2-week course. I was in the hospital. When I did get out the hospital and I got back, nothing was said. She didn't ask where I'd been, where I was at, and coming from a structured household where I had to be in the house when the street lights came on. You know, like my house was love and fun. Like we had all the records, all the new records. Every Friday we was at my mom's, me and my mom and my second mom was at the record store. I love you, Mom. That Deuce in the Court, I love that car. I went everywhere with her. Just to make sure I had everything. Like, I wasn't even really outside much. My friends, I wanted to be at our house, My mom playing records, playing the guitar, my mom playing the game. Everybody loved my moms, both of them. So a lot of people seen the shift. A lot of people in 220 seen, things that happen. So when I was gone for 2 weeks, I come in, well, my mama had already told me that she didn't care. I knew that already, so that just was a confirmation for me. You really just don't care what happened to me. So after I seen that, I started dating this guy, and I just started staying with him all the time. So I went and took myself out of the equation. After a year, like a whole year going through that. And a lady from 220 moved out of 220. Not far down the street. And so I started being down there, being at her house, and she started letting me stay at her house. And it was hard, but nobody thought that this child, 16 years old, and she just lost her mother that has loved her, taken care of her all of her life. Maybe we should get her some help. I swallowed bottle of Advil. So at that point, all I wanted to do was get out. I was at Mildred House. I'd stop there at that house and change my clothes, and I'd go to school. Nobody knew what I was doing. Nobody cared. One Monday, I got up for school after had sex with just about the entire night. And I thought to myself, if I just lay here and don't go, who is going to care? Is she going to care? No. So I did just that. I just laid there I'm act like I missed the alarm. We're going to see what happened. I gave you chances to show me something different, and it never happened, And then get up. Whereas I was really used to being woke up in the morning for school, getting ready for school. My mama fixed me breakfast, eating breakfast before I made sure I was dressed right and warm and according to the weather or whatever, and I looked good, and my hair was dead, combed and everything, and I had everything. And so now, this lady don't even care if I go to school or not. All she cares is that I'm enrolled, because as long as I'm enrolled in school, she can continue to get the money for me. So those of you who want to tell me that she sacrificed to do for me and it wasn't about money for her, bullshit. Those all also that feel like I need to just get over stuff and keep moving, you don't have to listen to me. I don't care what you think. What you think is why millions of women are out here suffering. Because that stuff is in their head and they don't know what to do with it. It's only so much you can sweep under the rug. That rug is people's brain. It's their head. They need to be heard. They deserve to be heard. They deserve to know that they're not the only one. I've spoken to so many women in my life, and 9 out of 10 women have told me a story of being sexually assaulted as a child, and nothing was done. That hurt. that hurt, that make a person feel like, what about me? That makes a person angry. And then you label them for having these emotions. What else what else am I supposed to do with this? If I can't, if not, this is my release. I found my release. 6+ years of therapy, and I finally found my release. I am 53 years old. This started at 11. And all my life, they have blamed behavior on me. No, I don't want to be around you. No, I don't want to acknowledge you. No, I didn't want to come in your house and be around y'all. No. As a kid, you forced me to be around these people. You forced me to sit on his lap every Sunday as we went to church and came back in your car. And all he did in a car full of people, I swear on everything, was had his fingers in my panties playing with me. Every time. So I started lying. I gotta work. I gotta work on Sunday. Never did. I finally left. I finally got away. I appreciate the lady. I appreciate her. $18. Can't do it no more. I had tried to end my life. I don't believe there is a such thing as suicide. Nobody goes before God is once ready for them. Nobody does. I have tried to go so many times throughout my life. I had a daughter at 18, and that was the last for me in that house. I was given a room. Someone let me stay with them. Thank you, Lord Jesus, and I will forever be grateful. Me and my daughter. I was at a place where I could see both of my grandparents then. My second mom didn't live far. I could see her. And I was going to school. And I was living off of my student loan. And somebody that lives close and was a friend told me that I could use their address and I stayed there so that I can get a check from the county for me and my daughter. So I did that. And once I did that, then that stopped the money that Judy was getting for me. And they knew where I was. Judy, a couple of her sons, And I'm just some more people. Her kids, we'll just say that, came to the house where I was staying at. And tried to use authority she thought she had to make me come back. And I refused. Y'all not finna do nothing to me. I'm not going back to that house. And y'all not finna do nothing to me. I'm good. I'm good. So I started being harassed. I did. And so I moved from Chicago to Madison, Wisconsin. September 1991. Pregnant with my second child. Same person I was with. The thing about that is, yeah, I'm free right now. So I was doing good. Got my apartment. Before I left, I had somebody come to the house where I was staying at because they no longer wanted to be there and not taken care of. So I moved to Madison, Wisconsin. No, I didn't know nobody there. It was a group, yeah, cause we was the first ones up here. I came with my daughter and my little brother, and pregnant with my second child, and I checked into the shelter, and I started my Madison life from there. And one by one, slowly by slowly, each Thomas moved and followed me to Madison. And everybody that had mistreated me when they came to Madison, not knowing nothing, me knowing it all, everybody reached up for my hand to help them in some sort of way.